live look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Wisconsin Badgers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Red Raiders head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Badgers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quick give. It's Danzy. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Turning it on! And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk.
And it's picked off at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Running inside, it's Williams. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Hand off Gibson, working left. They put the brakes on it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Grab behind the line. It's Gibson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's O'Neal. Rush right in his face. Out wide left, it's Gibson. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hits inside. It's Coleman Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. He's at the 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. On the return, it's Daniels. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They'll give it to Jarrett Gibson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He's changing the play. Again, it's Jarrett Gibson. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Follows his blocks. It's Turner. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
The Badgers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Searching for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Danzy. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Buying time to his right. Out wide right, it's Stone. Lots of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. DB's right up on the receivers. Going to the run, it's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Right back to the well. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Underwood in the gun on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's... the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Myers on the move. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Wisconsin. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
In the backfield, it's Coleman Williams. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Kick is in the air. Looks it in. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do.
Booster.
Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it on the right. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the 40.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of... points on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the back. Throwing. Underwood. Grabbed over the middle. It's Joyner. Brought down.
Man, that is so much easier said than done. To be a linebacker and have to play the run and then break on the running back and then tackle him in open space, like you've got to be a really, really good athlete. It started with his eyes, seeing the running back creep out to the flat, breaking on it, and then being physical for the tackle.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's Underwood to throw. Rush is on. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Coming out with it, it's Marsh. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Badger! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Wrong touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just going to keep it after the snap. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Straight ahead, it's Turner. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Moving the pocket, it's Hopkins. Looking to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Underwood. Left side is Simmons. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping it.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
The big fellow laying out. Look at that body control, using all that muscle, all that strength to lay out and make the big catch for his team.
Wants to throw one first. Look out. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Slings it downfield. And wings it incomplete. Boy, had a chance to make a connection there, but he fired it in there. Maybe needed to take just a hair off of that one.
Hey, these quarterbacks nowadays, Reese, they got that arm arrogance, baby. They're trying to fit everything in there right now, cramming in that box. Sometimes it's going to take a few RPMs off of it, soften it up a little bit, and use a little bit of touch.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Out wide left, it's Gentry. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
Splits the uprights. It's good. That brings them to within 1. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with UCF in their matchup against the number 12 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Knights trying to stay perfect as they eye a 5th straight win. It's been a dream start to the season, and really this game here today as well. Time to find out if they can finish the job. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the SEC.
Fires to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Looking downfield, it's Hopkins. Fires left. On the left side, here's Coleman. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Not enough juice on that one. Second and long here. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Badger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there in the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They go play action. Bryce Underwood rolls right. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. The give is to Williams. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. Push is ahead. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewalled for the second straight play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's a give to Gibson. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Third and long coming up. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Got his man downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Trucks through the defender. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. selling the fake. They're all over it. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And I tell you what, this part of the field, once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies in the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? You run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to...
Makes the catch, and he's free. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Now on 1st down from the 30. The run inside. It's Danzy finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Throwing, Underwood buys time to his left. Left side is Simmons. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's Underwood to throw. Still looking to his right. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Makes a catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's got it for the 2-point conversion, and now they're back to within 1 possession. Deep in the end zone, it's Marsh. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback changing the play. Dropping back, it's Hopkins. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Snap on first down, wants to throw. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Escapes the pressure going right. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Long way to go on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. They'll move the wide receiver. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Fires immediately. Looking for room at the 30. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Nice move to keep running. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats have it.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Motion from the wide out. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down, and they got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football, but this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
Underwood. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Gives it. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Defense all over it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wisconsin! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You'd think that should do it now to get the win.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. That's caught. It's Hudson. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's stopped.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood. Right side, it's Hudson. He'll be stopped just a little short of that 25-yard line, and now they have a decision to make on 4th down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right?
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Looking for the marker. I don't think he got anything. He got stopped on 4th and 1.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. still on his feet at the 40. At the 45, on his way. Speeding down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, it's Williams. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now you get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry up. Drops back, it's Hopkins. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the right. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.